And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Trinity Baptist College for Game 2 of this Tuesday afternoon doubleheader between the TBC Eagles and the Cavaliers from North Carolina's Montreat College. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau. Thanks for rejoining us here this afternoon. Absolutely gorgeous Tuesday. Temperatures now about the mid-60s. Might get a little bit warmer before we cool off again tonight. And you're looking at Dylan Waters out there on the mound for Trinity Baptist College. He is going to start game number 2 on the bump. Dylan Waters, a freshman from Bonita Springs High School in Estero, Florida. Done a pretty good job for Coach Copeland this season in 7 appearances. This will be number 8. He does have a save and a 1.5 earned run average. 18 total innings, 15 hits, 9 runs, but only 3 of those earned. Waters has walked 6 and struck out 14. Jeff Caradazone will be the leadoff hitter that Waters will face. He was 3 for 4 in game number 1, and game 2 is now underway with a fastball that misses up high for ball 1. Jeff Caradazone, followed by A.J. Barrios, Stephen Karras. Barrios in right, Karras the catcher. As Caradazone is now the designated hitter after catching all of game 1. The middle third of the batting order, Tarek Lachmansingh will be playing first, batting fourth. Michael Bell bats fifth in center field. That one is low for ball 2. John DiBenedetto will bat sixth. He'll play second base. Blake Watson left bats seventh. Cole Parker playing third, batting eighth, and Elijah Baptist will bat ninth and play shortstop. Waters delivers and gets a high pop-up, and that's Andrew Hickey giving chase and making the catch for out number 1. So 1 quick out for Dylan Waters. He will be opposed by Donovan Parker, and we'll tell you more about Parker when he takes the mound in the bottom half of the first inning. Gabriel LeBron is in left field. Or check that. Parker Lafferty is in left. Gabriel LeBron is in center. E.J. Alvarez back in right for game 2. And there's a ground ball up the middle and a base hit for A.J. Barrios. And with 1 out, Montreat has a runner on base. Still getting everything all situated here as we start game number 2. Barrios was 2 for 3 plus a walk in game number 1. Stephen Karras, the catcher. He had a pinch hitting appearance, got himself a 2-run double, and ended up scoring a run as well. Waters with a runner at first, and the pitch is a breaking ball low for ball 1. Josh Wharton back at third base, Colby Kennedy at short, Sammy Coffrin at second, and Will Van Sickle playing first base after pitching 4 very nice innings in game number 1. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch is a high fly ball, well hit to left. This one has a chance, and it is gone, but it is foul. Again, down that left field corner, we don't have much of a view of it. And fortunately for Waters and the Eagles, that ball took a left turn before reaching the 320 sign. So nothing but a long strike. We had to check with the umpires, the fielders, and the base runners. They tell us everything. So a ball and a strike. And a big lead off first by Barrios, and a throw over, and they got him. Barrios went a little too far, so a pickoff, and that's a second out. So 2 outs with the bases empty now, and Stephen Karras still at the plate. A ball and a strike, and Waters now from the windup with the bases empty, and he gets strike 2 right down the middle. Waters has done a nice job in his freshman season. 0-2, and the pitch is a high pop-up, and Hickey will give this one a look. It's going to stay in play, and Hickey makes the catch. Andrew Hickey doing the catching, catches 2 pop fouls. That one sliced away from him, but he stayed with it and got the diving catch for out number 3. So Dylan Waters allows a base hit, but faces 3 thanks to his own pickoff. We'll keep it right here as we go to the bottom of the first. No score between the Cavaliers and the Eagles. The batting order for Trinity Baptist College in game number 2. Second baseman Sammy Coffrin will lead things off. Ryan Ongst will be the designated hitter after catching all of game 1. He'll bat second. Batting third at third base is Josh Wharton. The cleanup hitter is first baseman Will Van Sickle. E.J. Alvarez will bat fifth. He's in right. Parker Laffrey in left. He will bat sixth. Colby Kennedy, the shortstop, is batting seventh. Andrew Hickey, who just made that really nice diving catch in foul territory, will bat eighth. He's catching. And Gabriel LeBron is in center field batting ninth. They will face Donovan Parker, a big right-hander, on the mound for Montreat College. Parker, no wins, 3 losses so far this season. He, just like Dylan Waters, wears number 30. This is a 6'3", 235-pound redshirt junior from Charleston, South Carolina. Parker again, no wins, 3 losses this season. ERA of 15.19. He has struggled in 5 1/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 11 hits, 16 runs, 9 of those earned. He has walked 8 and struck out 4. Montreat won the first game 5-0. They broke it open with a 5-run top of the 5th. Will Van Sickle started and gave up just 1 run through 4. And the winning pitcher was Tyler Best. 5 innings, 5 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. And Van Sickle, although he pitched very well, got tagged with his 4th loss of the season. Sammy Coffrin will lead things off for TBC. Coffrin 1 for 3 in game number 1. And he takes a fastball upstairs. With that 1 for 3, Coffrin now hitting .321 with 7 runs driven in. And he takes this one inside for ball 2. Parker's a hard thrower. He's had some trouble keeping hitters off base. Let's see if TBC can take advantage. 2 balls, no strikes. Parker from the stretch. There's a ground ball. Pretty well hit, but right at the shortstop. And Sammy did that a few times in game 1, hit some hard ground balls. This time it's Elijah Baptist making the play, and there's 1 away. So Ryan Ongst will step in. And Ryan Ongst is hitting .413 this season. Game number 1, he was 1 for 3. Left-hand hitter from Mandarin here in Jacksonville. Mandarin High School. We have a few Mandarin Mustangs on the roster. Ryan's brother Jordan is up here in the booth. He's on the JV roster. He's working the camera for us here. 1 ball, no strikes to Rhino, and the pitch. And that one's on the inner half of the plate. And the count is 1-1. Ongst got a base hit in the 3rd inning of game number 1. And the pitch. And he takes one well off the plate. And ahead in the count, 2-1. Tomorrow afternoon, Trinity Baptist is right back here on the home field as the Eagles will take on Florida Palms University, a doubleheader that begins at 12 noon. 2 balls and a strike. There's one lined into center field. That's a base hit, and Ongst continues to swing a nice bat. He now has a hit in each game here today. Eagles will be off after tomorrow's doubleheader for the next 10 days and then face Florida Palms in a doubleheader again. And that one will begin on March 24th at 3 p.m. March 25th, home against Voorhees. March 31st and April 1st, a 3-game set against the South Region's Fort Lauderdale. Josh Wharton at the plate. That one in the dirt. Stephen Karras doing the catching. Got his body in front of the ball. After today's doubleheader, Montreat is home against Truett McConnell University. That is a conference game in the NAIA Appalachian Athletic Conference, a 3-game series. That ball is a wild pitch, gets away, and Onks will trot on into second base. And now TBC a chance for its first lead and first run of the afternoon. That 3-game series against Truett McConnell, Friday, March 17th at 3 p.m., and then a doubleheader at 12 noon on Saturday, March 18th. They'll do the same thing against Columbia International University on March 24th and 25th. There's a high pop-up, shallow right field. That should be caught. Onks bluffs, and good thing was that throw a little bit off target, but in plenty of time. Blake Watts is in left field for the Cavaliers. Michael Bell in center, and A.J. Barrios, who just made the catch, is in right. Cole Parker at third. Elijah Baptist plays short. John DeBendetto plays second base, and Tarek Latchmansing is at first with Stephen Karras behind the plate. Here's Will Van Sickle. No hits in 3 at-bats in game number 1. And he takes a strike. Ryan Onks singled with 1 out. Advances second on a wild pitch. And now Van Sickle will try to drive him in. There are 2 outs. Bottom of the first. And that one is upstairs. And Parker got underneath one. And it's 1-1. Van Sickle batting 170 coming into game 2 here this afternoon. Parker lifts the leg, takes a turn. Onks the DH, so no courtesy runner for him in this game. Dylan Waters, should Hickey get on, will probably run for the catcher again. Here's the 1-1. That one's in the dirt, and it gets by. At first, Onks didn't see it, but he will make it into third without a throw, and another wild pitch uncorked by Parker. Fortunately for Onks, Karras was unable to get to the ball very easily because at first Onks didn't see it, and then he slipped as he started to head towards third. Opportunity now with 2 outs and a runner at third for Van Sickle, who is ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. And Parker delivers, swing and a foul ball. He might have pulled his head a little bit on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Want to take advantage of the opportunity. Montreat can swing some bats. They had a home run in game 1. Here's a 2-2 from Parker. And a high chopper. That's going to be an easy play. Baptist with the throw to first in time. Eagles get a single, but nothing else. And after 1, no score. Top of the second, no score as Montreat will send 4, 5, and 6 due up. The Cavaliers got a base hit from Barrios in the first, but Dylan Waters picked him off, and Waters faced only the 3 batters. Tarek Latchmansing, Michael Bell, John DeBendetto, the scheduled hitters. Some new Cavaliers in the Game 2 batting order. Coach Jason Beck is in his 25th year leading Montreat College baseball. The first pitch from Waters in there for a strike. And this is our first look this afternoon at Tarek Latchmansing. As Waters delivers and misses low and outside. One ball, one strike, and a high pop-up. Shallow left field. Lafferty and Kennedy. It'll be Lafferty, but he drops the ball. That's going to be a two-base error, allowing Latchmansing to reach second base. We have a high sky. Lafferty will tell you he should have made that catch, however. Brings up Michael Bell. So a runner at second, nobody out. Coffrin will try to keep him close. Waters delivers and misses inside. One ball, no strikes. Check swing from Bell, and he went a little too far. Bell nothing out of two in game number one. Waters checks the 1-1, and this one is drilled into left. Lafferty will make the catch on the run, and that's the first out. Bell hit that one hard down the line, but Lafferty able to track it down. Bell came into today's play hitting .234. Latchmansing, who just reached, came in at .239. That'll be an 0 for 1, but he is on second base. John DiBenedetto now at the plate. This is DiBenedetto at the plate for Montreat with a runner at second, one out, and a high fly ball. Center field, LeBron should have an easy catch. Here's a runner tagging. The throw to third will be cut off. Then the relay bounces away, and a runner coming to score. The ball rolls away from Waters, and he will not get there in time. That will be an error on the center fielder after the catch. So 2 errors. Check that. The shortstop, Colby Kennedy, who made the relay throw. Runner tags on the play, but then the E6 allows him to score an unearned run. Let's be honest, TBC has had its trouble in the field at times. That's usually led to some unearned runs for the opposition. Blake Watts at the plate. 1 for 1. Scored a run and drew a walk in game number 1. And the first pitch from Waters is in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. And this one misses outside. And a swing and a miss. One run is in. There are 2 outs. Blake Watts trying to keep the inning alive. Waters delivers, and a breaking ball is low and outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. And that ends the inning. The leadoff error comes back to score an unearned run, and after 1.5, it's 1-0 Montreat. Swing and a miss, and that is strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. C.J. Alvarez leading things off for the Eagles in the second. Parker delivers, and this one is grounded towards short. Backhanded by Baptist. Throw to first, low, but dug out in time. That is Tarek Latchmanzing with that dig. And he did the same thing that Will Gamble did a few times in game one, reaching down low, keeping the ball on the infield and in his glove. So 1 out for Parker Lafferty. Followed by Colby Kennedy, and then Hickey and LeBron would follow if the inning were to continue. Parker allowed a hit in the first, but nothing else, and the pitch swung on and fouled back. Ryan Onks got the base hit. There were a couple of wild pitches. Onks got to third, but did not score. No balls and a strike. Pitch to Lafferty, who lifts one high into shallow center. That ball's going to drop for a base hit. Lafferty's first hit of the day. He was hitless in 3 attempts in game number 1. And just like in the first inning, the Eagles get a 1-out single after a ground ball to the shortstop. Colby Kennedy at the plate. He also nothing out of 3 in game 1. Eagles had just 5 hits, I believe, in game number 1. Nope, make that 7. They got 5 hits off the starter. And there's a chopper toward third, could be 2. Throw to second for 1, the relay in time. 5-4-3 double play. And that ends the inning. Parker faces the minimum, even though he gives up a hit. After 2, no score. Dylan Waters has pitched 2 not scoreless innings, an unearned run in the second. Allowed just 1 hit. There were 2 errors in that second inning. First one allowed the runner to reach. The second one allowed that same man to score. So Waters will face 8-9-1, Parker, Baptist, and Cardizone. Cole Parker did not play in game number 1. Neither did Elijah Baptist. So this will be our first look at both these 2 Cavalier players. Cole Parker at 125, 1 for 8 this season. And Waters delivers, and the first pitch is fouled back. Parker has 1 run driven in. He's walked twice. No balls and a strike, and this one is a little bit outside. So 1-1. Waters winds and delivers and misses a little bit low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. There is action in the Montreat bullpen. Parker hasn't allowed a run, but he's had some trouble finding the plate. High pop-up. Wharton on the infield. Fair territory. Makes the catch. So 1 out for the shortstop, Elijah Baptist. This is his first time batting today. He's coming in at 3 for 25 on the season. He has driven in 3 runs and drawn 4 walks. And the sophomore digs in, facing the freshman Waters, and Waters delivers and misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Didn't mean to swing, and he bounced one towards second. Coffrin will make the play, and there are 2 away. Baptist was trying to check his swing, but made contact. And 2 outs with nobody on base. Baptist, a sophomore from Kenneth City, Florida. Jeff Cardizone has had himself a nice day. Although he popped up to start this ball game, he was 3 for 4 in game number 1. And the pitch. And that one is in the zone, and that's a strike. The only out he made in game 1, he still hit the ball pretty hard to left. There's a chopper foul to the left side. No balls, 2 strikes. Montreat trying to sweep the doubleheader. Trinity Baptist trying to split. 8-9-1 due up for the Eagles in the bottom of the second. And the 0-2 just did get a piece of it. Say hello to Christopher Intapa, the Sports Information Director of Montreat College. He and I communicating throughout the past several days, getting ready for today's ball game. A lot of work getting ready for the SIDs. I know that from experience. I'm sure Chris does too. High pop-up, Hickey over near the fence. And this one drops safely. So Cardizone will head back to the box, get another opportunity. Hickey's already made 2 really nice pop-up catches back there behind the home plate area. No balls, 2 strikes, and that one bounces for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Cavaliers batting in the top of the third, leading 1-0, and a pitch. There's a hopper towards short. Kennedy fields that hop and makes a good throw across the diamond. And Dylan Waters has pitched a 1-2-3, top of the third. We go to the bottom half with Montreat leading 1-0. Donovan Parker out there on the mound, 2 innings, no runs, 2 hits, 2 wild pitches. He hasn't walked anyone, but when he's missed the zone, he's missed it by a wide margin. He will face Andrew Hickey, Gabriel LeBron, and Sammy Coffrin, leading off in the bottom of the third. Our first look today at Andrew Hickey. He's batting an even 200 on the season, 1 for 5. He has drawn a walk. If he gets on, we're very likely to see Dylan Waters as the courtesy runner. So Hickey, with the big number 29 on his back, steps up. Parker's 6'3" out there on that very tall mound. It's, I think, the highest pitcher's mound I've seen on a college or a high school field. This is also Trinity Christian Academy's home field. And Hickey takes the first pitch for a strike. Hickey has played on this field before. I believe he is another Mandarin Mustang. Trinity Christian has played Mandarin several times in the past few years. And a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. And the TCA Conquerors off to a fantastic start this season. And that one misses up and in. They are 6-2, and they easily beat the number one team in the city of Jacksonville, Providence, 8-1 back on Friday night before the rain began. A ball and 2 strikes and a pitch, a swing and a miss, and Hickey chased one up and out of the zone, and that's out number 1. First strikeout for Donovan Parker. Brings up A.J. Barrios. First Trinity Christian came in at the number 4 spot in the city of Jacksonville before that game. Next ranking will probably move them up to 2. And St. John's Country Day should be number 1. Gabriel LeBron at the plate. He had himself a base hit in 3 attempts in game number 1. Takes the first pitch for a strike. And a high pop-up. That's going to get over the dugout. And Parker's ahead 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The wind blew out right past Old Glory out there in right center field all throughout game 1. It looks like it's blowing more towards center field now at about 10 to 12 miles per hour. No balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. And this one is low. Sammy Coffrin waits on deck should the inning go that far. And there's a roller towards short. Baptist fields. He's already shown a good arm today, and he makes another good throw for out number 2. Now the inning will go that far. Sammy Coffrin is the number 3 batter of the inning. Coffrin rolled to the shortstop. Baptist leading off the ball game. And the first pitch is grounded into center field. No, that's a base hit on the line. I lost sight of the ball. Bright and sunny out here, but a base hit for Sammy Coffrin. So Coffrin is aboard with 2 outs, and Ryan Ongst had himself a nice day at the plate. 1 for 3 in game 1, 1 for 1 in game 2. And this popped up and will get out of play. No balls and a strike. Rido threw out 2 potential base stealers in game number 1 as well. Parker Lafferty threw a man out at the plate trying to score on a potential sac fly. So Eagles played some good defense in game 1, but Montreat found some openings, took advantage of 1 miscue, and opened the door for 4 runs. They got some good hits in that game. High pop-up. That has a chance to drop down left field, but it is on the ground. And here comes a runner around third. Coffrin will score a huge break as the ball gets away, and Ongst will head on into third, and he'll get there with a dive, and the Eagles have tied the game. That will be a double for Ryan Ongst, and Sammy Coffrin comes all the way around to score, so give Ongst an RBI, and then as the ball got away, Ongst took third. RBI double. Coffrin comes all the way around, and then Ongst is able to take third on the throw. Tough break for Blake Watts. He was running hard, and then he looked like he was trying to stop to make the catch, lost his footing, And the ball landed behind him, and fortunately, it didn't hit him. So he's all right. No balls and a strike to Josh Wharton, a chance to put his team ahead. And there's a line drive base hit. The Eagles have grabbed the lead. Onks will score. That will be an earned run. Wharton drives him in. Eagles lead 2-1. And for Josh Wharton, his 6th RBI of the season. Ryan Onks a moment ago picked up ribby number 7. Momentum with the Eagles now as they lead 2-1. Wharton aboard at first. Van Sickle at the plate. Grounded out to short his first time up. And a high fastball. Once again, action in the Cavaliers bullpen. We don't see the Eagles bullpen at all from up here. We're on top of the third base dugout. Can't see just who it is throwing, but it's the second time the same gentleman has been up. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch. Instead, over to first. One ball, no strikes. And Van Sickle takes one outside for ball 2. I can see the reliever in the bullpen. I can see his head and his face. Cannot see his number because of the fence. So I cannot tell you who it is. 2 balls, no strikes. Wharton, modest lead off first. And Van Sickle takes another one outside for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Van Sickle in the driver's seat, probably taking this one. He does, and it's ball 4. First walk issued by Parker. Wharton advances to second, and E.J. Alvarez, he's at the plate. He has hit one of 4 ground balls to the shortstop, and we're going to have ourselves a timeout. Might be a pitching change, no indication just yet. Corbin Weeks and Brett Rawson are the pitching and assistant coaches. We'll see if they're going to make a change or just talk to Parker and try to settle him down. Meanwhile, Alvarez is waiting to swing the bat. At the moment, it does not appear like we will see a new man come to the mound. The inning started with a strikeout and then a ground ball. And after 2 are out, Sammy Coffrin dumped one into center. Ryan Onks then got that bloop RBI double to left. Coffrin with 2 outs running on the pitch came all the way around first. Then advanced to third on an overthrow and ended up scoring on Josh Wharton's base hit into center. So the Eagles have scored twice, looking to add more. Now we are ready. Donovan Parker facing E.J. Alvarez. 2 on, 2 out. Parker checks the runners, nobody being held on all that closely, and the first pitch is upstairs. At first base, Latchmansing way behind Van Sickle, just trying to play defense and get the out. That one's in the dirt. At first, Karras didn't see it, but the ball stayed right inside the right-handed batter's box, so no chance for either runner to advance. Dimondetto at second base, trying to hold Wharton close to the bag. That opens up a lot of room for Alvarez on the right side on the ground. Infielders on the left playing well back, just trying to knock it down. Here's the 2-0. In the dirt once again, and Karras able to get his body in front of the ball. Again, Parker has walked only 1, but when he has missed the strike zone, he has missed it by a wide margin. Three balls, no strikes. Alvarez takes ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Horton to third. Van Sickle to second. Alvarez aboard at first. Bases loaded for Parker Laffery, who was 1 for 1. Parker will use the stretch with the bases loaded. There are 2 outs. He just needs to get 1 more. And the first pitch misses upstairs. There are now 2 Cavalier relievers warming up in the bullpen, a righty and a lefty. One ball, no strikes. And ball 2 is down, and Coach Beck is going to go to the bullpen. That'll be it for Donovan Parker. 2 2/3 innings. 2 runs, and he's responsible for the 3 men on base. We'll pause right here. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back in just a moment. The new pitcher is freshman Hunter Wilmoth from Lake Wales High School in Lake Wales, Florida, down in Central Florida. And for Wilmoth, this is his 7th appearance. He has 1 win, no losses, 3 2/3 total innings. He's allowed 5 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned. He has walked 4 and struck out 1. He inherits the bases loaded, 2 outs, and a count of 2 balls, no strikes. So Parker Laffery is at the plate. He is ahead in the count. Parker 2 1/3, 2 runs, both earned, 2 hits, 2 walks. He is responsible for all 3 men on base. If they score, those runs would go to Parker. And here is Parker Laffery for Trinity Baptist. Got himself a base hit in the second. Again, 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the situation. If ball 4 happens, that walk would go to Parker. Everything else would go to Wilmoth. And the first pitch from Wilmoth is a breaking ball outside. So 3 balls, no strikes. And Laffery takes strike 1. Good idea, already well up in the count, and seeing just the second pitch from the new man on the mound. Now, if it's in the zone, look for Laffery to be swinging. The 3-1. Here's a high drive, well hit towards center. Got a chance to get down. This ball is 1 hop off the fence, almost out of here. 3 runs are going to score. Van Sickle already scores. Alvarez in there with a 3-run double off the bat of Parker Laffery, and that ball carried a lot further than I thought at first and almost got out of here. Parker Laffery, a 3-run double, hit the fence on the fly and was just a couple of feet from a grand slam. Eagles have scored 5 in the inning, and all 5 go to Donovan Parker. Still batting Colby Kennedy. Don't rest on this. These Cavaliers can swing the bats. One of my favorite announcers of all time, the late, great Harry Carey, used to say, 1 more biscuit for breakfast and that ball's out of here. That ball hit high off the fence, nearly cleared it. But I'm sure Laffery will take the 3-run double. That ball is in the dirt. Colby Kennedy in the box with a count of 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Wilbeth from the stretch and misses outside. Of course, Tampa Bay Rays, they lost radio announcer a few days ago. Unfortunately, his name escapes me, but condolences to the Tampa Bay Rays and that man's family. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5 runs are in, all earned. Even though there was an error, it was a throwing error, and Angst ended up scoring on the base hit from Morton anyway. So the 2-2. Line drive. That's a fair ball down the line. That's extra bases. Lafferty will score. Kennedy pulling up into second with a 2-out RBI double. This entire 6-run rally happened after the first 2 men were out. Eagles have batted around in the bottom of the 3rd. Again, though, don't rest on this. You get opportunities. TBC needs to take advantage. Drew Hickey started off the inning going down on strikes. And the first pitch is in there. Four hits and a couple of walks have opened the door for TBC. No balls and a strike. Hickey takes one outside to even the count. Wilmith checks the runner not being held, and the 1-1, and Hickey went over the top of this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Long look by the lefty. And the 1-2 on the way. Misses upstairs. That's ball 2. Action again in the bullpen for Montreat. I see 2 men throwing. Two balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. That is strike 3. However, Trinity Baptist gets 6 runs, 4 hits, a couple of walks, and 1 left. After 3, Eagles 6, Cavaliers 1. Dylan Waters has himself a 5-run lead after the big bottom of the 3rd by his teammates on the offensive side. 6-1 Trinity as we go to the 4th. Barrios, Karras, and Latch Mansing are the scheduled hitters. 2, 3, and 4 in the Montreat batting order. I'm Ray Bureau. Thanks for joining us here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. So far, things looking very good today compared to the last few broadcasts we tried to do. Dylan Waters ready for his first pitch of the fourth inning. And there's a ground ball that eats up Coffin. It took a big hop on him. That's going to be a base hit. Coffin went down, and that ball hit something funny on the infield and took a sudden high hop. So a single for Barrios. Brings up Stephen Karras, who popped up to the catcher his first time up. Waters, 3 innings, 1 unearned run. That's only the second hit. No walks, no strikeouts. And the first pitch is low and outside. One ball, no strikes. From the stretch, and high pop-up, shallow right field. Coffin right behind the dirt, makes the catch. 1 away. Good old P4 in the book. Derek Latchmansing reached on an error and scored on a second error in the second inning. If he reaches, Bell and Dimondetto would follow. Time called as we have an equipment adjustment. Hickey will head on back to the dugout. Try to get another mask. Trinity Baptist right here again tomorrow afternoon against Florida Palms University. Doubleheader starts at 12. We do plan to bring you both games right here on TBC Eagles. TBC now looking for the split of today's twin bill with NAIA Montreat College. We're ready to resume. Latchmansing back in the box. And the pitch is upstairs, gets by Hickey. Throw to second, close but not in time. That's going to be a wild pitch charged to Waters. Hickey had to come way up out of the crouch and reach behind the batter. RBI opportunity now for Latchmansing. There's a high fly ball, well hit left field. This one has a chance to leave the yard, and it is gone. Derek Latchmansing with his 5th home run, and RBIs 12 and 13. And Montreat has cut the deficit down to 3. Not much doubt about that one. He got some help from the wind as well. 2-run homer. First earned runs allowed by Waters. Got it up into the wind. That one carried on out of here. Michael Bell at the plate, lined to left field his first time up. Checked his swing in time at a pitch downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. 6-3 now. TBC still with the lead and the 1-0 from Waters. There's one driven towards left field. Lafferty over near the corner. It is over his head and off the wall, and Bell has himself a double. Lafferty looking up into the sun, might have lost it for just a moment. And Bell is at second base with only 1 out. Third hit of the inning brings up Dimondetto. And the first pitch down in the dirt. There isn't a single cloud anywhere near the field, and it's bright and sunny out here. Lafferty lost that one in the sun. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. And that one hit very hard but foul. And the count is 1-1. Still action going on in the Cavaliers bullpen. Two gentlemen getting ready. Eagles will have 9, 1 and 2 due up in the fourth. The 1-1 from Waters. Not sure where that one missed, but it's called ball 2. Might have been a tiny bit outside. LeBron, Coffrin, and Ongst are the scheduled hitters for TBC. First, they have to get out of this inning. 2 runs are already in, and a swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind is howling out once again towards center field. Blowing harder than we saw throughout game 1. Waters took something off it, had the hitter out front, and got the strikeout. That's his first. 2 outs for left fielder Blake Waters. Watts went down on strikes in the second inning. Blake Watts, the left fielder. Dylan Waters on the mound. High fly ball. Got it off the handle. LeBron is right there, battling the sun and making the catch. 2 runs on 3 hits, a 2-run homer from Tarek Latch-Mansing, and as we go to the bottom of the fourth, Eagles lead it 6-3. Gabriel LeBron, Sammy Coffrin, Ryan Ongst due up for Trinity Baptist in the bottom of the fourth, leading 6-3. They will face a new pitcher, senior Caden Wright from Moline, Illinois. Black Hawk Community College was where he transferred from to Montreat College. Caden Wright will make his 9th appearance. He has 7 2/3 innings so far, 5 hits, 8 runs, 7 of those earned. He has walked 8 and struck out 11. Hunter Wilmuth went 2/3 of an inning and allowed 2 runs. Allowed those on 2 hits. He ended up getting a strikeout. So LeBron, 0 for 1, ground ball to short, will start things off. Eagles got all 6 in the third. Montreat, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth. The 2-run blast from Tarek Latch-Mansing. Parker Lafferty hit a 3-run double off the top of the left center field fence. Almost had himself a granny. Here's LeBron. Let's see if the Eagles can start another rally. He drops down the bunt. The throw to first will be not in time. It hit off LeBron. That's going to be an infield bunt single. So Gabriel LeBron bunts his way aboard. And Sammy Coffrin, who singled and scored in the third. All 6 runs came after the first 2 men were out. Coffrin showed bunt, pulled it back in time for ball 1. Sammy got himself a bloop single into center and scored from first on the bloop double from Ryan Ongst. LeBron at first. Here's the bunt by Coffrin down to third baseline. The throw to first is very close, but in time. I had to check with the umpire myself. That was a very close play. Successful sacrifice bunt for Coffrin, 5-4 on the putout. And there's one out. LeBron advances to second. Here's Ongst, who had the ribby double in the third. Chance to drive in another run. And the pitch. And that one misses downstairs. Ongst entered this game at .413. He is now 2 for 2 with a run scored and a run driven in. There's a ball into right. That's a base hit. Here's LeBron around third to throw to the plate. Not in time. Ongst to second, and that throw is in time. So Ongst is out trying to extend it on the throw, but he does drive in the run as LeBron scores on the base hit. Credit Karras not giving up, seeing Ongst trying to go to second, and he's cut down. So the bases are empty, but a run is in. It's 7-3. Josh Wharton at the plate. There's a ground ball up the middle and a base hit. And the Eagles swinging the bats very well in these last couple of innings. Van Sickle at the plate, walked and scored in the big third inning. And here's the pitch, and this one misses. Eagles have 10 hits now. Wharton leads off first. Took only one step before Wright tried to throw over. And Wharton back in plenty of time. A ball and no strikes. And Van Sickle takes one at the knees. Van Sickle enjoying his final season as a TBC Eagles. Played all 4 years right here at Trinity Ball Yard for Coach Copeland. And he takes one up and in. There's one pulled foul by Van Sickle. And it's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. And strike three call, but the ball's dropped, and it will be a throw to first in time for the out. So a strikeout, 2-3 on the final putout. Eagles, though, add a run on 3 hits, and they leave 1. After 4, TBC 7, Montreat 3. Josh Griggs, a freshman from Ormond Beach, Florida, takes over for Dylan Waters, who would qualify for the win in a 7-inning game, pitching 4 innings. Waters allowed 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. And Josh Griggs will take over and try to keep it a 7-3 game. For Griggs, appearance number 4. He has started 1 time, a 4.76 ERA in 5 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, but only 3 earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 3. Montreat, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth. Trinity Baptist, 6 in the third, 1 in the fourth. 8, 9, and 1 are due up. Cole Parker, Elijah Baptist, and Jeff Cardone. Jeff Cardizone, that is. And Griggs will wind up. And his first pitch is low and inside. Parker 0 for 1, a pop-up to the third baseman his first time up. Like to see these Eagles swinging the bats, and let's see it keep on going in the bottom of the 5th. First, Griggs delivers and gets a strike. Count is 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And Griggs winds and delivers. And this is low. That's ball 2. Two balls and a strike. And an off-speed pitch misses up and away. Count of 3-1. Griggs 1 pitch away from walking the first man he faces. And a 3-1 on the way, and that is ball 4. So Griggs walks the first man, and he'll face Elijah Baptist with 1 out, no outs, and the runner at first. Baptist grounded to second his first time. He's played a very steady shortstop, and he has himself a really fine right arm. Parker at first. Griggs checks the runner, and the pitch is in the left-handed batter's box. Cole Parker, 1 steal, has not been caught. Griggs takes a long look, now delivers, and there's a high fly ball, well hit left center field. That ball has a chance. It is gone. Another 2-run homer, and Montreat has cut it down to 2. Elijah Baptist, a 2-run shot over the left center field fence. The leadoff walk scores ahead of him. Well, it's not always the hits that bring in the runs that do in a pitcher. It's the free bases ahead of those hits. Home run number 1 for Elijah Baptist. RBIs 4 and 5. Brings up Cortisone, and he's hit by the first pitch, and Josh Griggs got himself into trouble and now has a runner at first again with nobody out. A walk, a 2-run homer, and a hit batsman, and Coach Smith heads on out to the mound. We'll be right back in just a bit. A.J. Barrios has one man on, nobody out. Griggs with the runner at first delivers, and a high pop-up that's going to get out of play. Inning started with a walk, then the two-run homer, and then a hit batsman. Nobody out. Potential tying run now at the plate. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Rios really helped out the pitcher. And just like with Ryan Onks, Jeff Cardizone, the designated hitter, will run his own base. As a catcher in Game 1, he did have a courtesy runner each time on. No balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. There's a drive into left field. That ball's going to slice foul. Count remains 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Rios back at the plate. Griggs takes a long look, checks that runner at first. Now the 2-strike pitch. That one's grounded into center field. That's a base hit. And there are 2 on, the potential tying runs with nobody out. Cardizone stops at second. Barrios at first. Now the heart of the batting order coming up. Stephen Karras up next. He has popped up twice. Time called. Coach Copeland comes out. That's going to be it for Josh Griggs. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in just a minute here on TBC Eagles. Jacksonville's Ben Van Sickle takes over on the mound for Josh Griggs. He inherits 2 men on with nobody out. And for Van Sickle, appearance number 7. He has started twice. No wins, 1 loss. 8 total innings pitched. He's allowed 11 hits, 13 runs, 7 of those earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 4. Similar situation against Florida National on Saturday. In the 7th inning of Game 1, Van Sickle came in, got out of the inning without a run scoring. Didn't fare quite as well in another similar situation in Game number 2. This time, the potential tying runs are on base. 2 runs are in. Jeff Cardizone was hit by a pitch. A.J. Barrios singled. Those are the men on the base paths right now for Stephen Karras. And Van Sickle delivers his first pitch. The bunt is down. There will be just 1 play. The throw is wild, One run will score, possibly two. Here comes Barrios around third. He'll stop right there. Sacrifice bunt credited to Karras, an error on the pitcher. That allows Cardizone to score. Barrios goes all the way to third. And still nobody out. Here's Tarek Latchmansing. He hit a two-run homer his last time up. That run is charged to Josh Griggs. There's a drive into left field. This one has a chance, and it is gone. Second home run in a row for Tarek Latchmansing, and now Montreat has a 9-7 lead. No doubt about that one. That one didn't even need the help from the wind. Each team has now had a 6-run inning. The Eagles did it in the third, and Montreat has now done it in the fifth. Brings up Michael Bell. One of those runs charged to Griggs, the other two charged to Van Sickle. Either one has gotten an out. Van Sickle delivers. That one got a piece of the home plate umpire. Hickey and Bell giving the home plate umpire a chance to regroup. They do wear chest protectors, but those things don't really provide that much protection. That ball still hurts. 1 ball, no strikes. And Sickle delivers. Swing and a foul back. Five of the 6 runs in the inning earned. Harris reached on an error, so he's unearned, but he did get a sacrifice bunt to his credit. A ball and a strike. And Sickle delivers. There's a chopper towards third. Wharton cuts it off. Throw to first in time. That's the first out of the inning. Dylan Waters now cannot win it, and Donovan Parker is off the hook. So 1 out, base is empty. John DiBendetto at the plate. He's 0 for 2. And Sickle pitches and misses. So 1 ball, no strikes. And Sickle delivers and misses upstairs. Two balls, no strikes. And that one is low for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. And that one is in there. And ball 4 bounces off the low back wall. And John Dibendetto is aboard. Brings up Blake Watts. Strikeout and a fly out to center. Takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls and a strike. One out with the runner at first and 6 runs in. And the pitch. Got the knees on the corner for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Number 2. And Van Sickle a chance to end the inning. Cole Parker walked and scored. That started the inning. That base on balls. Two outs and the pitch. And a high pop foul out of play. No balls and a strike. Van Sickle takes a long look. Runner off first, stretching the lead to throw over, and it gets away. Dibendetto will take off and get into second. That'll be an error on the pitcher. Still no balls and a strike. Cole Parker at the plate. And a high chopper towards first. Van Sickle will take it himself. That retires a side. 6 runs, 5 earned, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Eagles now trail 9-7. Tampa, Florida's Seffner Christian High School. We'll now see Joe Tomasello, graduate of Seffner, freshman, now pitching for Montreat College. 10.2 innings pitched. This will be his 12th total appearance. He has 1 win, 2 losses. He's allowed 12 hits, 3 runs, and 2 of them earned. He has walked 4 and struck out 12. ERA of 1.69. He's done a really nice job for the Cavaliers. He is tasked now with keeping this a 2-run lead for his team. And the first pitch to E.J. Alvarez is foul tipped, and that got a piece of Karras. And now the home plate umpire will return the favor we saw a few minutes ago. He'll walk out to the mound slowly, give the pitcher a new baseball. Alvarez Nothing out of one. He walked and scored in the 6-run third. Eagles tacked on another one in the fourth, but then Montreat came back with 6 of their own in the fifth. The Eagles trail 9-7. First time today they've been behind. There's a high fly ball towards left. That should be playable, and the catch is made. Blake Watts right underneath it, 1 away. Alvarez got that one in off the handle. If he squares that up, that might have looked a whole lot different. Parker Lafferty came very close to a grand slam. He got a 3-run triple off the left center field fence in that third inning. He is 2 for 2. He also singled in the second. Tomasello's first pitch is in there for a strike. Joe Tomasello, 5'10", 160, a sidewinder, and he gets Lafferty to chase one way up out of the zone. 0-2. And that fastball misses outside. Tomasello with 12 strikeouts in 10 2/3 innings, better than 1 per. There's a hot shot down the left field line, a base hit. Lafferty will take a big turn around first. He's going for 2. Here comes a throw. It is not in time. 1-out double for Parker Lafferty. His second double of the game. He is now 3 for 3. Potential tying run at the plate, Colby Kennedy. He doubled in the third inning. That brought in Lafferty. Kennedy 1 for 2. And first pitch, swing and a miss. Little sidearm changeup. One strike on Kennedy. Moves up a little bit in the box. Tomasello doesn't throw that hard, but he has a lot of movement on his pitches. Little sidestep and a line drive base hit. Lafferty had to make sure the ball got through, so he holds up at third. He did the right thing. So a base hit for Kennedy. 2 consecutive hits for TBC. Andrew Hickey has gone down on strikes twice. He'll be called back, and Caden Reeves will take the at-bat. Reeves a chance to drive in a run. Colby Kennedy at first, representing the potential tying run. Reeves at the plate. He drops down the bunt, pops it up, and it lands foul. Caden Reeves made a pitching appearance in game number 1, did not bat. He is 1 for 6 on the season. Tried to bunt home a run, fouled off the first one. Let's see what he has in mind now. Lafferty's at third, Kennedy's at first. Tomasello from the stretch, a slide step, and a fastball outside. Good eye at the plate. Middle infielders are playing back, trading the run for the double play. Lafferty cannot tie it. Kennedy can. Looper into right. That ball is going to be on the ground. A base hit. Lafferty again had to hold up to make sure the ball wasn't caught, but he is in, and an RBI single for Caden Reeves makes it a 1-run game. Lafferty scores. Kennedy goes to second. Reeves at first. And Dylan Owens will pinch run for Caden Reeves. Reeves does his job, and now Owens will take over as the pinch runner. Very likely Hickey will come back out behind the plate. Eagles now the tying run in scoring position. Colby Kennedy runs well. Gabriel LeBron, good contact hitter at the plate. Good speed at first now with Dylan Owens. Umpire just relaying the changes over to Coach Beck and the Cavaliers. And we're ready for the first pitch from Tomasello to Gabriel LeBron. RBI opportunity, has a lot of room on the ground on the right side. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Latchmanzing at first in on the grass just in case LeBron squares around. Now he backs up behind Owens and the 0-1. There's a high fly ball. This could tie it. No, runner's at second, not third. My bad. Kennedy will have to get back at second. I was thinking of Lafferty just a moment ago, and there are two outs. LeBron hit the ball pretty well. And Sammy Coffrin at the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a run scored and a sacrifice bunt. All four infielders now a chance to play back and try to get an out at any of the three bags. And Coffrin takes the first pitch inside for ball one. Cavaliers are giving Lafferty the right field line and all the room he wants on the ground to the right side. Playing him to pull. Tomasello delivers and misses way outside. Ball almost got away. Stephen Karras has been really good behind the plate. He's had to move around quite a bit. Nothing's gotten by him. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball 3 is behind the hitter. Three balls, no strikes. Conference on the mound. Latchmanzing talking with the freshman on the mound. Latchmanzing, a senior, well experienced. Now back at his position, playing well behind Owens. Again, just trying to get that final out. Keep that tying run from scoring. Eagles have gotten one and have pulled to within one at 9-8. Tomasello's 3-0. That's a strike. Coffrin nods in agreement. Three balls, one strike. High pop up. Let's see if it gets out of play. It looks like it's going to stay in play for Latchmanzing, and he makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Eagles threaten. They do get one. After 5, it's 9-8 Montreat. We go to the sixth. It's 9-8 Montreat. Each team has had a 6-run inning. TBC in the third, Montreat in the fifth. Ben Van Sickle back out there on the mound, and one defensive change that we see. Brandon Huang is taken over at shortstop for Colby Kennedy. Possibly Kennedy heading to the bullpen just in case he's needed in relief. Elijah Baptist will start things off, followed by Jeff Cardizone and A.J. Barrios, barring any changes. Baptist hit a 2-run homer his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Wind has calmed down a little bit, but still blowing out. First pitch from Van Sickle is a fastball outside. Eagles got a run in the bottom of the fifth, had 2 on. Could not get that tying run across. Van Sickle delivers. There's a high pop foul out of play. Eagles will have 2, 3, and 4 due up in the bottom half of the inning. A ball and a strike to Elijah Baptist. And Sickle delivers. There's a high chopper towards third. Wharton had to wait for it. Long throw in time. Once that ball hit off the dirt, it was almost like a blooper that Wharton had to wait on, but he has a terrific arm. So 1 out, and good to keep Baptist off the bases. Jeff Cardizone at the plate. 0 for 2, last time up in that big inning, hit by a pitch and scored a run. Van Sickle with the pitch, misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Count is 1-0. Then Van Sickle on the bump and the pitch. And misses low and outside. Action in the Montreat bullpen. Can't quite see who it is, but we can see somebody throwing. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Misses outside for ball 3. Now another Cavalier reliever has gotten up, and he's about ready to start tossing. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases empty in the 6th. Van Sickle delivers and gets one in there for a strike. Cardizone 3 for 5, combined both games today. The 3-1. There's a ground ball to third. That is a foul ball. If that ball had stayed fair, Wharton would have had a play on it. He was right on top of it. Count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Could not have asked for nicer weather out here. Started off in the high 50s. We're about 65 right now. Not a cloud in sight. Bright, beautiful blue skies. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ball 4 slipped out of Van Sickle's hands. And a 1-out base runner for the Cavaliers. A.J. Barrios is 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored. All 3 singles. He has 5 hits combined in both games. He was 2 for 3 in the first. Runner at first, 1 out. Van Sickle delivers. There's a ground ball, could be 2. Flip to second for 1, throw to first, not in time. And Van Sickle had to come off the bag and keep that ball in front of him. Fielder's choice for Barrios. First time he has not gotten a hit, although he is on base again. And a 4-6 put out at second for out number 2. Stephen Karras at the plate, reached on an error on a sac bunt, ended up scoring in the 5th. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Might have chased one out of the zone. Ongst, Wharton, Will Van Sickle due up for TBC in the bottom half. 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order. Balls and a strike and a pitch. And there's strike 2. I do hear some batting going on in the TBC batting cage area. Possibly see some pinch hitting going on a little bit later. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's a line drive in a left. That's a base hit. Rios stops at second. Karras aboard with the single. And it brings up Tarek Lachmansing, who has homered in each of his last 2 at-bats. And we have a courtesy runner for the catcher, just like we saw in game number 1. Wearing number 14 is Will Cheek. Will had himself an at-bat also at the end of that ball game. He's doing the courtesy running once again. 2 outs. Van Sickle just needs to get this man who has taken 2 different pitchers deep. And there's a drive into left. Lafferty is going to make the catch just shy of the fence on a very hard hit ball. Another one hit hard off the bat of Lachmansing, but that is out number 3. Montreat threatens but does not score. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Eagles trail 9-8. Harold Aguilera, Jr. from Miami, Florida, to transfer from St. Thomas University, makes his second pitching appearance of the afternoon. He pitched 1 inning in game 1, gave up a hit, but nothing else, as Montreat won it 5-0. Tyler Best pitched the first 5 innings of that ball game and got the win. We also saw Raleigh Stinson. Now, Ryan Onks has had a really good game. He is 3 for 3. He's driven in a run and scored 1. He is 4 for 6 overall on the day. And the first pitch from Aguilera is in there for a strike. Aguilera now with 8 innings under his belt on the season. And the 0-1 to Ongst. Swing and a foul ball. He's allowed 9 hits, 4 runs, including today, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. No balls, 2 strikes. Ongst fouls this one off. Ongst, Wharton, and Van Sickle. Anybody gets on, Alvarez and Lafferty would follow. Long look by Aguilera. Now the pitch. There's a line drive, base hit, number 4 of the game for Ryan Ongst, and the potential tying run is aboard with nobody out. Ryan Ongst have himself a ball game. He will come out for a pinch runner, not a courtesy runner this time, as he is not the catcher. Stephen Hart takes over, good speed. So Hart aboard at first, Josh Wharton at the plate. Hart represents a tying run. Ryan Ongst, 4 for 4, 5-hit day. Wharton is 2 for 3, drove in a run and scored in the third. Aguilera with the pitch, and Wharton showed bunt, chased one out of the zone. Joe Tomasello, 1 inning, 1 run. No balls and a strike, and he does bunt. This one was a high pitch, and the throw to first gets away. Fortunately for Montreat, Tarek Latchmansing was right in the way of the ball, and he was able to catch it, keep the runners at first and second. That's being scored a bunt single for Wharton. But Stephen Hart at second, a potential tying run, and Will Van Sickle at the plate. 0 for 2, but he walked and scored in the third. Van Sickle gets down the bunt, something he doesn't do a whole lot. The throw is in the dirt, dugout, and they got a man caught off second, and he's back in time. Wharton took too big of a turn around second base. Probably thought the ball was down the right field corner. Van Sickle does his job. Gets a sacrifice bunt, 1-4. 1 out, Hart to third, Wharton to second. Good speed on the bases for E.J. Alvarez. He is 0 for 2, but he walked and scored in the big third inning. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at second. Aguilera now winding up, and Alvarez takes one upstairs. One ball, no strikes. Aguilera ready, the 1-0. High fly ball, should at least score the run. Not that deep, but backpedaling. That's going to allow Stephen Hart to score. We are tied at 9. E.J. Alvarez does his job. Eagles have come back to tie it. Well, Onks led off with the hit. Stephen Hart took over. He scores the run. Also on the play, Wharton going to third. Again, the ball not hit all that deep, but Michael Bell was backpedaling, so he had no chance. And now the potential go-ahead run at third base. Parker Lafferty, 2 doubles, a single, 2 runs, and 3 driven in. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. And the pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike. Caden Wright no longer can win it. He was the pitcher of record until that tying run scored. And Ben Van Sickle off the hook, depending on whether or not he pitches in the 7th. There's the 0-1. And ball 2 is outside. Wharton, the go-ahead run at third. There are 2 outs. Karras has been a brick wall behind the plate. Here's a 2-1. There's a ground ball to short. Baptist with the throw in time. Ends the inning, but the Eagles get 1 run, 2 hits, leave 1. They tie it up as we go to the 7th. It's 9-9. Michael Bell leads things off for the TBC Eagles. Colby Kennedy, the new pitcher. And Bell takes the first pitch, and it grazes him as he tried to spin out of the way. And the go-ahead runner is aboard. Stephen Hart stays in the game. Remember, he ran for Ryan Ongst. Hart is now playing shortstop. Colby Kennedy has come on to pitch. Now he has to go back into the number 7 hole where he was before. We got a new batter for Montreat. The bunt is down. The throw goes to second. It's in time. Throw to first. Not in time. So we're trying to check all these changes. Yadier Morelos was the pinch hitter. Tried to bunt. He's on a fielder's choice. A 1-6 bunt attempt. Fielder's choice credited. And now Blake Watts at the plate. High pop-up will get out of play. No balls and a strike. Kennedy made a perfect throw to second. Eagles went for 2, but did not get the man at first. So Morelos, the runner at first base. He represents the go-ahead run. That's a drive, well hit towards center. LeBron going back, won't get there. It's up against the fence. Morelos around third. He will score. And that's an RBI double, and Montreat leads 10-9. Morelos came all the way around. Blake Watts came through, got his team back to lead, and he's at second with 1 out. Cole Parker at the plate. Eagles came back to tie it with a run in the 6th after getting one in the 5th. Now trail 10-9. Kennedy delivers, and this one is popped up and out of play. No balls and a strike. And that one misses outside. One ball, one strike. Kennedy checks that runner at second and delivers. Swing and a miss. Count is 1-2. All in 2 strikes. Kennedy takes his time, checks that runner at second, and delivers. And this one is fouled off. LeBron came close, thought for a moment he had a chance at making that catch, but the wind just kept it carrying on over his head and up against the fence. The hustle by Yadier Morelos on his bunt attempt kept him from getting doubled up, and he was able to score the run. The 1-2 misses outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. Long look back, and now the pitch. Line drive into right. Here's a runner around third. Alvarez fires. The throw will be cut off. Actually goes through. Van Sickle tried to cut it off, but it took a hop over his glove, and it's 11-9. Parker drives home the run. Elijah Baptist is scheduled to hit next, but he's being called back. Daniel Wetmore will take the at-bat. So does Wetmore batting for Baptist. First look at him in game number 2. 0 for 3 in game 1, hit by a pitch, so he did reach base. He has a runner at first, 1 out. 2 runs are in. Eagles will have the bottom third of the batting order due up. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Throw to first, and the runner's back. One ball, no strikes. And a strike called on the inner half. Kennedy scheduled to lead off in the bottom of the 7th. Here's a 1-1, and this one is fouled off. Kennedy, Hickey, and LeBron. A ball and 2 strikes. Ball 2 is upstairs. Kennedy takes a long look in. Pop up. That has a chance to get down. That's a fair ball. A bloop single. And Wetmore is aboard, advancing Parker to second. So 2 on with 1 out, and Wetmore will head off for a runner. Trying to see who the runner at first is. It is Elijah Baptist taking back over for Wetmore, who did his job, got a base hit. A ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 men on, 2 runs in. Kennedy delivers and misses. Ball and 2 strikes. Kennedy again takes a long look, checks the runner, Coffrin holding him on, and a high chopper, foul. Orton not taking anything for granted, went ahead and made the play. That's what you need to do. Make the play, let the umpire call it. So a ball and 2 strikes. Jeff Cortisone at the plate. 0 for 2. Has also been hit by a pitch, scored a run, and walked. A ball and 2 strikes. And that one stayed up a little high. Breaking ball that broke a little too late. So 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. High pop foul out of play. Count remains 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Kennedy delivers and misses low and outside. That's ball 3. Count of 2-2. And Kennedy ready. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Ground ball into left field, a base hit. A runner will stop at third. The bases are loaded with 1 out. Cortisone has himself a base hit. Puts Parker at third. Baptist at second. A.J. Barrios at the plate. One out. Corner infielders in tight. Middle infielders back looking to turn 2. Rios is 3 for 4. He has scored twice. And fouls off the first pitch. No balls and a strike. And Kennedy delivers. Rios helped him out on that one and fouled it off the end of the bat. There's a reliever just standing up in the bullpen, not throwing right now. We'll see if Harold Aguilera comes out for the 7th. Right now, he's the pitcher of record along with Colby Kennedy. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball misses the inside corner. Five nothing in game 1, 11-9 here in game 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Kennedy from the stretch. That one gets away from Hickey, and now the throw will go to first. They're going to get the man there, and there are 2 outs. Kind of an unusual play. Cortisone took off. The ball hit the very low brick wall behind home plate, ricocheted back to Hickey. It'll go as a 2-1-3 putout. And 2 outs. Cortisone did not recognize that Hickey had the ball right by home plate. They did the right thing, making sure the lead runners froze before making the throw. So 2 outs. And Kennedy delivers and misses upstairs, and the count is full. Well, first base is now open. Stephen Karras is in the on-deck circle. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kennedy from the stretch. And this one fouled toward the dugout. First game went very quickly, just over 2 hours. This one already well over the 2-hour mark, and we still have at least a half inning to go. Another payoff pitch. Kennedy to Barrios. Ball 4 loads the bases with 2 outs. Kennedy has hit 1, walked 1, and allowed 3 hits and 2 runs. And now Stephen Karras will try to tack on some insurance for the Cavaliers. Bases are loaded, 2 out. Kennedy's pitch is upstairs for ball 1, nowhere to put him. 2 outs with the bases loaded. Ball 2 is up and in. Want to get Karras because a man on deck has already put 2 balls over the left center field fence. Two balls, no strikes. That one is in the dirt. That's ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Kennedy has to put one in the zone. All 4 will force in a run. Credit Karras with an RBI. Parker scores. Baptist to third. Barrios to second. 3 runs are in. It's 12-9, and that's going to be it for Colby Kennedy. Tell you about the new pitcher when we come back in just a moment. Mike Davis will take over on the mound for TBC. His 5th appearance, 1 win, no losses, 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 9 runs, 6 of those earned. He has walked 5 and struck out 2. He inherits the bases loaded with 2 outs, 3 runs in. And he will face Tarek Latchmenzing, who has a pair of home runs. The first one in the 4th, a 2-run shot. Second one in the 5th, brought in 3. He has scored 3 times. Montreat looking for the sweep. Eagles trying to stop this rally right here, give themselves a chance to come back in the bottom of the 7th. We don't know yet if it will be Harold Aguilera or a new pitcher for the Cavaliers. So Davis will face Latchmansing. Kennedy, 2/3 of an inning, 3 runs, all earned. He's responsible for all 3 men on base. And Davis delivers, has a hitter out in front. That's strike 1. So no balls and a strike. Davis from the stretch, and this one is into dirt, and it gets away, and a run coming in, to throw to the plate. No, not in time. The right arm started to come up, but the ball came out of Hickey's glove, and it's 13-9. That will go as a wild pitch, charged to Davis. The run is charged to Kennedy. No balls and a strike. Check that. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Davis with the pitch. And this one pulled foul. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Keep overlooking the ball. And this one pulled hard and foul. A.J. Barrios with a great dance move to get out of the way of that one. That's why you lead off in foul territory. If the ball hits you in fair, you're out. Going to hurt either way. Still 1-2. Davis from the stretch and the pitch. And that one is low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Davis again with the 2-2. And there's a drive into left field. That's on the ground. Hits off Lafferty. 1 run is in. Another runner, Cheeks, stumbled around third, but he will score. And the Cavaliers have broken it open here in the 7th. Two-run double for Tarek Latch-Mansing. It is 15-9. Michael Bell at the plate. 6 runs for the second time in 1 inning for the Cavaliers. High pop up, right field. Alvarez coming in, and that ends the inning. 10 men bat, 6 of them score. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Eagles trail 15-9. Sophomore Nate Kaiser out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, a transfer student from Cleveland State Community College. He'll take over to pitch the 7th inning. Non-save situation. The lead is 6. The scheduled hitters are Kennedy, Hickey, and LeBron for TBC. Montreat has 2 6-run innings, including this 7th, where they broke it open to make it 15-9. Trinity Baptist scored 3 times in the 3rd. At the time, they led 6-1, but Montreat came back, took the lead, and now leads by 6. I don't know of any other changes for Montreat. They didn't tell us. They don't always tell us up here what's going on. Harold Aguilera pitched 1 inning in the 6th, and he qualifies for the win. He did allow a run, but his offense got him 6. Darren Goki will bat. He'll take over for Colby Kennedy. So Darren Goki does a lot of pitching. First chance to swing the bat here today. 3 for 15 on the season with 3 RBIs. He's also drawn a walk. And the first pitch, and that one is in the dirt for ball 1. Goki bats left, throws left. Had a really good 6-inning outing on the mound against Florida National on Saturday. Didn't bat in that game, but pitched extremely well. Now just 2 runs on 2 hits. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. That one is hit well into left field, but it's going to stay up and get caught by new left fielder out there. That is Nakumba Booker. Again, they did not tell us any changes. So Booker makes the catch, 1 out. Juan Tejera now batting for Andrew Hickey. And he fouls this one off. Tejera started game number 1. Now pinch hitting here in game 2. Takes this one upstairs, 1-1. Hit the ball hard twice in the first game, but nothing to show for it. A ball and a strike, 1 out, bases empty. And this one misses outside. Two balls and a strike. And that one is a strike at the top of the zone. Nate Kaiser trying to finish this one off. 3 1/3 innings, now 3 2/3 innings after getting the first man out. This is his 5th appearance, and he gets a ground ball to second. Should be an easy play, and the out is made. Two outs, Eagles down to their final at-bat, Gabriel LeBron. LeBron is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Had a bunt single and scored in the 4th. And this one in the dirt. Kaiser has struck out 6 in now 4 innings of work. No wins, 1 loss on the season. This is his 5th appearance, all in relief. Good swing by LeBron, and he fouls it off. Ball and a strike. We're back here tomorrow at 12 noon against Florida Palms University. Plan to bring you both right here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher. And Kaiser will make the underhanded toss, and that's the ball game. Final score, Montreat College 15, Trinity Baptist College 9. There were 3 6-run innings in this game, 2 by Montreat, 1 by TBC. The winning pitcher is Harold Aguilera. 1 inning, 1 run. It was earned. He did that in the bottom of the 6th when TBC came back to tie it. Then his offense got him 6 runs to work with in the top of the 7th. Colby Kennedy takes the loss. So Montreat sweeps the doubleheader, now 14-13 on the season, 7-5 in the Appalachian Athletic Conference of the NAIA. Trinity Baptist now 5-14 and 0-3 in South Region competition. Aguilera is now 1-0. Kennedy is now 0-2. Well, we're going to go ahead and thank you, everybody, for joining us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. TBC Eagles back in action tomorrow afternoon against Florida Palms University. For head coach John Copeland, athletic director John Jones, and all of us here at TBC, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity